my channel, the best place to be wherever you are on your wealth journey right now. Today I want to show you around one of my baby buy-to-lets, but before that I will say, guys, if you're interested in more videos on personal finance, mindset and wealth creation, do subscribe to my channel just underneath this video for plenty more just like this one. So one of my very first videos was about basic wealth. If you remember, it was budgeting, annihilate debt, save, invest and compound, which made up the word basic. And the I of that was for investment. And one of my favourite forms of investment is property investing. So this week I had a tenant move out of one of my properties and a new tenant moved in on exactly the same day. But the letting agent got in touch with me because I run a cleaning company, as you know, as well, and there was a stain on the windowsill in the bathroom, and the letting agent said to me, could I go along with my cleaning bits and see if I could find a way to get rid of the stain? So I said absolutely no problem, but I also thought it would be a great opportunity to show you guys the inside of one of my buy-to-lets. So I asked everybody nicely, because the new guy was in the process of moving his bits in. The old tenants had already moved out, but they'd obviously left the stain, and apparently they'd also left a pink flamingo, which I also needed to look out for and decide what to do with him. So we can see him in a moment as well. But what I wanted to do is just to show you the inside of one of my buy-to-lets, just to see what it looks like. And I will say as well that this is the very, very first ever buy-to-let that I bought. I got this one in 2004, and this one was the catalyst to everything else that I've done since then, and it really ignited in me my passion for property investing. So let's go and have a look at it. I hope you're excited. Oh, and stay tuned for the end of this video as well, guys, because I'll be showing you my figures and how much income I actually get from this one as well. So stay tuned for that. But here we go, let's go and have a look. Now, I bought this house in May 2004, as I said, and it's let with Northwoods at the moment. The property is a one-bedroom mid-terraced freehold house, and the outlook from the front of it is lovely. There's a nice green space there, and the house forms part of a little enclave of other houses. When I bought it, it seemed like a really secure area, so I was happy with that. Inside, it's very dinky, so the front goes straight through to the back. It's not a very big house at all, and I had a tenant in here for 11 years at one point, and she moved out 18 months ago. So when she moved out, we replastered it, we repainted, and we put a new carpet all through it. And you can see that it's all open plan, which makes it feel nice and bright. Now you can see here as well that my new tenant was in the process of moving in, and it made me laugh because it seems that the archway here is the place for jumpers. I dug out an old photograph from 2004, and we can see that there was a jumper there then as well, so it's just made me laugh, and I thought that was quite funny. So the lounge is quite cosy. The kitchen, believe it or not, was refurbished in 2007, so it's been in for 13 years now. I did a big refurb on the whole house back then, and here we are 13 years later, and it's still looking really good, which we can see from the handles here. And we can see from the really old photos how dated the kitchen was before I refurbed it. It was 80s back then. Now obviously it's noughties, dated, but it still looks fabulous, and I think the bright tiles make it look a bit more interesting. If we look at the old photos when I first got it, the kitchen was in good condition and quite nice still, so I rented it just like this for a few years before I actually changed it. I use the rule of thumb that if it's still in good condition, then there's no need to change it and add unnecessary expense for yourself. The hob and oven were new 18 months ago, and if we open it up, the last tenants have left it in really good condition, which is what you want. There's also a very useful cupboard under the stairs. We'll just check that there are no boy wizards inside. It's a handy space for a vacuum cleaner, coats and so on. And if we head upstairs, we've got the bathroom. Now the bathroom again was done in 2007. I always supply a mirror, and I try to get a towel rail in there as well where possible, because there's little things like that that really appeal to prospective tenants. We boxed in all the exposed pipework around the floor. When I first bought it, the bathroom was purple with a light coloured suite. Again, the original 1980s one. We have a bath with a shower over it. I find again you can appeal to a wider range of tenants if you have both a bath and a shower. So I've rented this one to single mums with babies in the past, so a bath is always useful. And I also find tiles are much better as well, because you don't have to constantly change them like you might do with lino. The bedroom and some bits have already been moved in, but you can see it's quite a spacious room. This is another angle. In the cupboard there we have a combi boiler. If we look at the old pictures of this room, it used to have storage heating, red doors like this, and we freed up quite a bit of space, as we can see by removing the old tank. Outside we have found the pink flamingo. If we have a look at the garden from his point of view, there's quite a lot to be done out here, weeding mostly. Now we only put this garden in 18 months ago, but the weeds have spread already, so I've got a chap coming to deal with that today or tomorrow, I think. I really want to paint those fences now as well, but that'll probably have to wait till the next tenancy now. And while it's nice having people move in on the same day, the perfectionist in me knows that there are still things I can do to improve it, even though the new tenant thinks it's absolutely fine. If we look at the back of the house, we can see that there are no upstairs windows here, and it's because if we look at the back fence, over that fence, directly over that fence, is the main London to Birmingham railway line. So the developer didn't put windows at the back to reduce the noise in the house. Now the other reason I called in, remember, was to sort out the stain in the bathroom. Now I didn't actually video this, but I did take a couple of photos, and as we can see, running a cleaning company, I had no problem getting that stain out. So my before and after. And again, good quality tiles go a long way here. So that's the house, and I will say the new chap was very happy to keep the pink flamingo, so he's going to stay in the garden. And the new tenant is also bringing a pet with him. Now I don't normally allow pets in my properties, only on very special circumstances, but I thought I would make an exception here because the pet in question is a gecko. And I said to him, "What's your gecko called?" And he said, "Oh, his name's Stuart," which is a legendary name for a gecko, frankly, so I thought, well, okay, no problem then, Stuart can stay in the house as well, so no problems there. And hopefully they'll both be very happy. Now, the numbers on this one then, so I bought it in 2004 for £96,000. It's worth about £160,000 today. I get rent of £695 per month. Agent's fees are 9% plus VAT, as we got a good deal with the agent because they manage a couple of my properties and one or two of my mum's as well, so that every little helps there. So that's £75.06 to the letting agent. Insurance is £12 per month. The mortgage is crazy low because it's a pre-2008 tracker mortgage at 1.9%. So I'm only actually paying £167.15 on borrowing of £106,000. So the £695 rent minus all the expenses comes to £440.79 just on that one property. Now I will say that it didn't used to be like that. You know, the interest rates were much, much higher. It's only because of the 2008 crash and everything else that the interest rates are a lot lower now, which is brilliant for me. But needless to say, I'm very, very happy with the performance of this little house. And remember I said it was the very first one I bought, and I bought this one in May 2004, and a year later I was able to take some equity out of that property and I actually bought one in the same street, so a little bit further round from the enclave that we looked at. There's another house a bit further down, and that also belongs to me, and it's from this one house that I managed to build my portfolio because I just kept going after that. Now I invest all over the country, mostly in the northwest these days. I've used many different strategies and I still absolutely love property investing. Now I suggest that if you're new to property investing and you've never done it before, then go and learn, but don't treat it like a hobby. You want to be professional. There are way too many rules and regulations that change very, very regularly for you to learn about it all on YouTube, okay? It's just not possible to do that. So to get professional, you want to go to an accredited learning provider. Many of you will know that I'm a freelance speaker and trainer for a fabulous accredited property education company called Fielding Financial, founded by the one and only Jill Fielding of Channel 4's Secret Millionaire fame. In fact, subscribe to my channel because at some point I'll be interviewing Jill and I can't wait to introduce her to you, so it's going to be brilliant. So I definitely recommend Jill's property education, and of course then you can come and learn with me and my lovely, lovely colleagues. I'll put a link in the description for you. We do have blokes as well. I'm not sure where they are in this picture. Maybe we couldn't all fit on the sofa. In the meantime, do watch these two videos just over here because they will definitely help with your wealth journey. Do subscribe to my channel and hit the bell next to it as well, because next week you're not going to want to miss it because I'm going to show you how to Airbnb your spare room after lockdown. So stay tuned for that one. And in the meantime, guys, do stay safe. Thank you so much for watching this one, and I will see you in the next one.